LianaCast.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to LianaCast. And if you wonder why this is in English, last time I listened to this podcast, it was in Finnish. But yes, this time we are doing it in English, and we have a good reason because we are going to talk about Liana Technologies international stuffs and specific from UAE. So my guest today is from our own company, my colleague, Vice President and General Manager from Middle East, Tomi. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, Harry. Thank you for having me, and I can hear you just fine.
That's perfect. All the way to Dubai, I must ask here from the rainy northern Finland, that how's the weather in Dubai?
Believe it or not, but it's sunny.
Oh, really?
Without clouds.
Is there actually ever raining in Dubai?
There is, but it's only for a very few days in a year, and when it rains, it pours. It literally floods the places. But the residents in the UAE always usually welcome rain very warmly until they need to jump into their cars, because then, unfortunately, it gets a little bit troublesome.
Yeah. Nice to have you, Tomi, in the LianaCast. And for the beginning, I must ask the standard question for what I ask from all LianaCast guests. As what is your morning routine before starting your working?
Well, I usually wake up around 6 a.m. That's mostly due to my son Jensen, who is 2.5, and he likes to get up early, so it has become my routine as well. And it a little bit depends on the day, but I do like to get active right from the morning, and typically I do a light exercise, whether that's a short burst in a swimming pool or a 20-minute fast-paced walk, just to get the engines going, and then getting ready for the work and other family routines.
Yeah, that you're not the first guest who's saying that their morning routine is a little exercise, and I must say that I have to go for that as well, because so many of your guests are having such a morning routine, and I like to exercise, so it's not about that.
And of course, if I'm being totally honest here, I'm not 20 anymore, believe it or not. So if I don't move and do something, the age starts to show really.
yeah, I know. Tomi, could you tell me about what is your role here at Liana, and tell us a little about how did you end up at the company?
Yeah, well, my background has always been in IT and media. When I was living in Finland, I actually started my career back in 2002 with the Finnish Yellow Pages, and I was selling their online solutions back in the day, and then I moved to Smile House, which was back in the day one of the leading e-commerce software providers in Finland. And then I did some stints at radio, and I moved to UAE back in 2012, and I was working for a German company that I always like to joke had the sexiest product in the world, which was compatible remanufactured toner cartridge. But it was big business here. We actually had the biggest manufacturing plant in whole of the Middle East. And that was a 2-year contract. But like I said, my background was always in IT and media, and I really wanted to get back to IT sector and focus on digital marketing, because at the time that was like, still a new upcoming thing. It wasn't as trending as it is now. And I met our former GM Janne through ice hockey team that we have here. So we were playing ice hockey, and then we started to talk about what Liana does here in the UAE and in the Middle East. And one thing led to another, and I was lucky to get an offer from Liana I actually remember I even flew to Finland to meet our CEO Samuli as final interview and told him that I'm really keen to join the company, and I feel I can make a difference.
Yeah.
And, that's my story.
So, Liana Technologies in UAE area, Tomi. First of all, how long Liana have been there in Dubai area and in UAE?
So Liana Technology LLC was formed here back in 2013. So we're almost 10, close to 10 years now. Yeah. I think next year is the anniversary year, and back in the day we were of course very much in a challenger role, and the whole company has come a long way since then, both locally here and of course globally as well.
Okay, but so before we go to the how is the market position at the moment, but how would you describe what are the main reasons and meaning of being there in UAE to our company?
Well, the whole Middle East Africa region is still on its growth spurt when it comes to technology and communication services spent. According to Gartner, for example, you can see growth year-on-year basis when it comes to these digital communication services. Also, UAE as a country and as a government has made it extremely easy for companies to come and set up their business, and it's a market where you should be if you're looking to grow. You have all the best brands here. Competition is obviously very fierce, but as you and me both know, we certainly have all the tools and people and talent in place so that we can make an impact in this highly competitive market. But bottom line to your question is just the fact that there is a lot of growth opportunities still here. It's verified by these large studies made by Gartner and other companies on weekly basis, and we have seen growth year on year. You know, the business has become very profitable for us here.
Yeah, as you said, Tomi, in the beginning, back in 2013, we were a competitor. But how about now? How is the market position for Liana Technologies at the moment in your area? Well,
if we, for example, compare the situation in Finland and in Scandinavia, where I believe we are on the peak position, or very close with HubSpot, here we are unfortunately not there quite yet. I'd like to think us as an established challenger. We know what is our ideal customer profile and who we should sell our services, and of course we've been doing that quite successfully for the past 8 years now. We work on a very diversified portfolio of customers. We have government entities as our clients. We have the big multinational financial institutes as our customers, American Express, for example, to mention. From government entities, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, Abu Dhabi Ports. These are big regional and global players that trust our services, and they have stayed with us for many years, which shows that the services that we give and provide to them are trustworthy and help their marketeers to do their job more effectively and better. But we were talking in your previous question, you asked about the market, so there is so much growth opportunity still ahead, and which of course in a sales lingo it transfers that we have still a lot of prospecting and customers to visit, and so that we can continue on this growth path.
I must ask for our listeners, just popping into my mind, but how big is the team in Dubai that we have there?
At the moment, we are 9 people in this regional team, and I'm very glad to say, so shout out to the team and colleagues here. It's truly an A team, but I have in place here with me. They have all been with us for many years. I think the most recent newcomer was from 3 years ago, and of course we have also seen a lot of our former employees return to Liana, which is a great indication of the overall company culture.
Yeah, that's nice to hear that as well. In your region, people are coming back. The same happens here in HQ and at Helsinki office as well. So it's good to hear that the same culture is over there. Overseas, no, not maybe overseas. Is there a sea between us? I'm not sure. I'm a poor at the geography.
I'm sure there is a sea.
There's a sea. Yes. Yeah. All right. Hey, Tomi, one thing I need to talk about is, of course, the Dubai Expo, which finally took a place after this. Well, everyone knows how the world have been last 2 years, so we don't have to talk about that anymore. But the expo is now behind for our half for now, and we arranged a VIP day there at the Finnish Pavilion. How was the event overall?
Yes, Expo finally took place, and the event was held last Sunday, and it was a big success. It was very exciting, of course, to meet our customers face to face after a long time. We had absolutely fantastic partners speaking at the event. There was Mr. Mikael Vainio from Hintsa Performance talking about the leading wellbeing, and there was Robert Webb from TBM Partners talking about the future of marketing technology, and we got really good feedback about the topics and also how the whole day was organized. So thank you very much, of course, to Business Finland who provided us the beautiful Snowcape pavilion, and yeah, it was. I'd like to think it was one of the best events we've held.
So safe to say that the atmosphere was 10 plus.
Yes.
Good.
I concur.
Yeah. Hey, how about you? Of course, you were there as well. What do you think was the most interesting parts at the event? We can talk about, of course, about the. And you said something that we get excellent feedback. But what is the most interesting thing, or what mostly stays in your mind after the VIP day?
If we exclude the fact that it was just so exciting to see everyone face to face under one roof,
yeah,
I'd say that the topics that we touched. So first of all, the highlighting the fact that organizational well-being is such an important thing, and how it affects everyone. And then, of course, future is always interesting. And as we are a marketing technology provider and a creator at the same time, it was really interesting to hear third-party validations about where the tech industry and marketing technology industry is going, and all, of course, to hear our audience engage the speakers by asking really important, interesting questions about data privacy. How should they set up their overall customer engagement journey? And yeah, there were so many questions, but I don't even remember everything.
Yeah.
But those were like really exciting discussion points that we had.
So, Tomi, about the speakers we had in our VIP day. Mr. Mikael Vainio from Hintsa Performance, managing partner. He shared his expertise on how organization can lead well-being and increase their staff performance and health. What were the points that you took with you from his presentation? Some highlights?
That was, of course, amazing presentation that Mikael gave, and a true eye-opener about the importance of well-being, which touches us all. As end of the day, we are all just human beings, and we are the ones who get the job done. So I do recall Mikael showing some eye-opening stats about that, and investing in well-being actually results in 19% higher productivity and staggering 89% higher engagement, and at the same time it reduces the costs for absenteeism by 50%. So I mean, this is just huge if we think ourselves as you know, an organization that needs to have its talented skill at work and focused to get the job done, and it's can't highlight enough how important it is to make sure that everybody is feeling well and feel appreciated, and of course, being with Liana for over 7 years now, I'm very happy to say that, or at least I feel that, you know, we are a company, an organization where you know, people are really valued, and you can always talk with your colleagues and with your management about you know, also the important stuff that is outside the scope from work.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah, I absolutely share your thoughts about that how we doing things here at Liana Technologies. Well, how about another speaker, Robert G. Webb, who talked about the future of market and about that how you can take your organization through the digital transformations. Any highlights from that? What you took from that presentation?
Another awesome presentation about the future of marketing technology, and if you think of Robert, he's a man who has seen it all, you know, being a CIO for huge global corporations such as Etihad, Hilton, General Electric, just to name a few. So he really knows his stuff when it comes to technology and digital transformation. In his presentations, he did highlight the fact that deploying a digital technology provides a competitive advantage to organizations with a 10% revenue gain and 15 to 25% cost reduction over the time period of 2 to 3 years. And these are huge. This is a huge impact to any organization when you think of growth and where do you want to take your company within relatively short time period.
Yeah. For the end of our podcast, about those results and our market position, what are our future plans? What is the future plans of Liana Technologies in your region?
Short answer is growth, and I'm going to elaborate that a bit. We are expanding our reach throughout the region. So of course, because we are a UAE and Dubai-based company, the vast majority of our of our customers are located in Dubai and in the UAE, Abu Dhabi in the capital, where we have lots of great, fantastic customers. But more and more, we are getting inquiries and also approaching companies in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, in Qatar, Bahrain. And of course, Africa is a huge market with a lot of unlocked potential. Nigeria, South Africa, the Ivory Coast. So there's a lot of opportunities throughout this region. We've also gained customers in India. Accor hotels are there. So we are looking to a very bright future in terms of growth. But of course, with our limited resources, we need to be kind of like very targeted with our approach. We want to make sure that we provide our services to companies that can really benefit from those.
That sounds good, and I haven't yet visited on Dubai office, but I will be there any day soon. But for now, Tomi Saikkonen, Vice President, and I love this, General Manager. I love absolutely fantastic. I just love that word. Thank you very much for having a time for LianaCast and for me. This was a pleasure, and just all the best for you and for Team Dubai, and say greetings for me.
Thanks very much for having me. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I hope to see you soon.